Hi again, this is Lami, TraXel's nurse coach. I'm a certified health coach and registered nurse. I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis in 2020, and holistic health has helped me with my personal healing journey. Today's episode will talk about somatic healing, and I've kind of touched a little bit on this before with body awareness in the past, but this will kind of go a little bit more into the connection with our emotional health also. So the word somatic comes from the Greek word soma, which means body or translates to living body. And so the idea is, with somatic healing, it's about being heart-centered and really just connected to our body. And again, really just overcoming emotional blocks that really help deter us from reaching our fullest potential. And so somatic work really helps us to process emotions. It's really based on the idea that trauma and stress and all of those, horrible stress-related things are stored in our body. And letting go of that and letting go of our negative energy will help with us, with our overall well-being. So if we allow ourselves to acknowledge and accept our emotions and then allow ourselves to let go of it also, that can help lead to inner wisdom and just a deeper connection to ourselves. So that helps us control our emotions a little bit better and helps us navigate just day-to-day life a little bit easier. And so who is this good for? Somatic healing would be good for anybody with chronic stress or pain, dysregulated nervous system, anybody with trauma, or just needing help with emotional support or stress. Somatic healing really requires a lot of self-trust and a lot of surrender. You're relearning your unhealthy habits. You're stepping out of your comfort zone and really listening to your body again, your intuition, your natural instincts, and just kind of going with what feels right and being vulnerable. So emotional blockages that I'm referring to that we need to let go of would be examples of shown with physical tension, fatigue, negative thoughts or overthinking. I know for me that is a huge thing that I've always dealt with is overthinking. And so with that, this practice, of course, mindfulness always helps with that. Being present in the moment helps disrupt the overthinking and these negative patterns that allow that to happen. And so just paying attention to our body really closely, that helps just kind of take focus away mentally and then kind of move it into more, again, body awareness that helps ground you and then just helps you with a little bit of healthier thinking pattern. So how do we do somatic healing or somatic work? Really, again, it's about just finding that deeper connection with your body and figuring out where you might be just holding emotional triggers. So maybe certain neck pain or back pain that you've always had really is just the stress of emotions just being held in that area. And just being able to work through that is extremely important. But of course, you can always work with a somatic practitioner, either a nurse coach, or you don't have to be a nurse to be certified in somatic healing. It is something that I'm interested in the future, possibly getting certified with. But there's a lot of ways too that you can just do things on your own to help. So again, I've talked about body awareness in the past. So of course, movement with Tai Chi and yoga is helpful. Meditation and stillness is helpful for body awareness. And then always our always go-to breath work, right? The power of breath is a superpower. So really focusing on breath work is helpful too. But even things like your senses and being in tune to your senses. So like, what are you hearing? Or if it's quiet, are you just hearing like your cat purring in the background? Do you smell candles or incense going on right now? Kind of just visualize maybe tasting something and just picturing something really beautiful. So it's really tuning into all your senses, like touching, for example. So that leads me to the next thing, would be grounding is a perfect way to be aware of your body. So grounding would be just like getting in a comfortable position, putting your feet flat on the floor, or really ideally even going outside and putting your feet in the grass and really just kind of feeling the sensation of the cool grass. And that really just kind of affects how you feel, and you can kind of feel it inside out with little things like that. But also just kind of, again, tension in your body. So just doing simple neck exercises, shoulder exercises. We have a lot of stress that is held in our neck and shoulder area. So just kind of doing simple things like moving up and down, moving your head side to side. I like to do that for 5-10 seconds one side, 5-10 seconds another. Doing like rolls of your head and neck. Also, since we look at our phones all day long, it's important to just move our heads up and down, especially back. And just doing that right now feels super good. So just kind of doing basic exercises like that can be helpful. And again, just really having a deep connection to your body. And why do we even do that? It's really just to help us be more in balance with our mind, body, and spirit, of course. And all of that too just helps us with stress and day-to-day life and dealing with everything that we have to deal with, emotions especially. All in all, it's about really how we choose to process our emotions and acknowledge our emotions, and really just to help be in control of it a little bit more and more. Of course, it's always just a practice and baby steps, of course, right? But the more that we're vulnerable with our emotions, the more honest we are with ourselves, the more authentic we can be. And with that, our strength grows and others find courage in that. And then hopefully it's just contagious from there with our authenticity. And then again, just a healthy relationship with processing and releasing emotions. But also, again, I just want to say it's really ultimately about taking an active role in our health, empowering ourselves to be responsible for our own well-being, and really just helping find a deeper connection with our mind, body, and spirit. So, of course, I have a quote. Why wouldn't I not have a quote? There's a quote that says, "The curious paradox is that when I accept myself as I am, then I change." That's by Carl Rogers. I just love that because it really rings true. To me, that just means, change for the better, of course, the more we're our authentic self. And so, of course, always let's encourage each other to be healthy and happy and always take care. If you have any further questions or comments, please post to TraXel's website on mytraxel.com.